Between 2014 and 2017, ISIS captured over 800 Toyota Land Cruisers from Iraqi forces. Not because they were new, not because they were fast, because when you're operating in 130-degree desert heat with terrible fuel and zero maintenance facilities, you need a vehicle that refuses to die. The United Nations buys the same SUVs. Australian mining companies run them to 500,000 miles. Middle Eastern taxi drivers choose them over everything else. Meanwhile, Americans finance $45,000 crossovers with dual-clutch transmissions, failing at 60,000 miles. Today, we're exposing 12 old SUVs proven in war zones and extreme conditions, vehicles everyone ignores but outlast brand-new junk. These aren't recommendations, these are survival tools. Let's start. Number 12, Honda CR-V, 2002 to 2006. New York City taxi regulations approved the Honda CR-V for taxi medallion service in 2008. Within 3 years, NYC taxi operators documented CR-V fleets averaging 287,000 miles with minimal mechanical failures. The same vehicles that soccer moms use for grocery runs were surviving brutal taxi duty, 24-hour operation, multiple drivers, constant stop-and-go traffic, zero downtime tolerance. The 2.4-liter K24 engine making 160 horsepower is the same proven Honda four-cylinder that powers Accords and Civics globally to 300,000 plus miles. No variable valve timing complexity, no turbocharger to fail, no direct injection carbon buildup, just iron block simplicity that works. The 5-speed automatic is proven across millions of Hondas without catastrophic failures. NYC taxi auction records show CR-Vs retiring around 280,000 to 320,000 miles, not from mechanical failure, but from interior destruction and body damage from years of taxi service. Maintenance records consistently showed oil changes, brakes, alternators, starters. Nothing catastrophic. The K24 engine proved unkillable in conditions designed to destroy vehicles quickly. Young buyers won't even click on these listings. The anonymous styling screams rental car fleet vehicle. Plastic interior materials crack and fade in sunlight. The soft suspension feels disconnected on any road with actual curves. There's zero prestige here. Your neighbors will assume you're broke or given up on life entirely. Current market, $4,000 to $8,000 depending on mileage and condition. You're buying proven taxi reliability that survives brutal NYC duty cycles for used Civic money. The K24 engine never dies. The transmission is simple. These run forever with oil changes. But taxi-proven reliability can't match what Jeep built with one specific engine that refuses to die. Number 11, Jeep Grand Cherokee 4.0-liter Inline-Six, 1999 to 2004. Off-road tour companies in Moab, Utah, operate vehicles in conditions that destroy most SUVs within months. Rocky terrain, steep climbs, constant low-speed crawling, extreme temperature swings. These companies prefer 1999 to 2004 Grand Cherokees with the 4.0-liter Inline-Six over newer Jeeps because the older engine is unkillable. One Moab tour operator documented their fleet averaging 240,000 miles before retiring vehicles, not from engine failure, but from body damage. The 4.0-liter Inline-Six making 190 horsepower is cast iron simplicity carried over from AMC designs in the 1980s. No variable valve timing, no complex electronics, no fragile timing chains, just overhead valve design proven for decades. Jeep forums globally document these engines hitting 400,000 plus miles on original internals with basic maintenance. Compression tests at 350,000 plus miles show cylinders within 5% of factory specifications. The engine's reputation stands separate from Jeep's overall reliability problems. While Grand Cherokees with V8s develop transmission issues and newer models suffer electrical nightmares, the 4.0-liter Inline-Six keeps running. Off-road enthusiasts specifically seek these out because when something breaks on the trail, it's a sensor or a hose, never the engine internals. But here's the reality nobody mentions. The dashboard looks like it was designed in 1995 using a ruler in cheap black plastic. The steering feels vague on pavement. Electronics randomly malfunction. Power windows stop working. Door locks actuate themselves at night. It rides like a truck because it is one. Current market, $2,000 to $6,000 depending on condition and rust. Nobody wants them because Jeep equals unreliable reputation scares buyers away. But Moab tour operators and forum documentation prove this specific engine changes everything. But American Inline-Six durability can't match what Mitsubishi proved in the world's harshest race. Number 10, Mitsubishi Montero, 2001 to 2006. The Paris-Dakar Rally crosses traverses 6,000 miles of African and South American deserts over 2 weeks. It's the most brutal off-road race on Earth. Between 1985 and 2007, Mitsubishi won 12 times with modified Montero SUVs. Not purpose-built race cars, but production-based vehicles proving what the platform could survive. That rally pedigree translated directly to production models sold globally. Australian mining companies in Western Australia's Pilbara region documented Montero fleets averaging 280,000 miles before retirement. These weren't highway miles, these were corrugated dirt roads, 120-degree heat, minimal maintenance facilities, and constant equipment hauling. Mining fleet managers reported Monteros retiring due to body damage and interior wear, not mechanical failure. Engines and transmissions remain functional. The 3.8-liter V6, making 215 horsepower, is understressed and overbuilt for reliability. The body-on-frame construction withstands harsh conditions. The four-wheel drive system is mechanical and simple. Middle Eastern countries purchased these for desert operations. The platform proved itself in conditions where breakdowns aren't inconvenient. They're dangerous. Finding parts in America requires hunting through obscure online suppliers or calling junkyards. Mitsubishi dealers that still exist don't stock parts anymore. The brand recognition is so dead that people under 30 think you're driving a Subaru. The boxy exterior styling makes this look like a refrigerator on wheels. Current market, $3,000 to $7,000 depending on condition. Nobody wants them because Mitsubishi brand is dead in America and parts availability scares buyers. But rally heritage and mining fleet data show these survive extreme conditions. But rally-proven capability can't match what Nissan built with legendary VQ reliability. Number 9. Nissan Xterra, 2005 to 2015. Adventure tourism companies in the American Southwest operate vehicles under harsh conditions, off-road trails, extreme heat, constant dust exposure. Companies in Moab, Utah, and Sedona, Arizona consistently choose Nissan Xterras for tour fleets despite Nissan's collapsed reputation. One Moab operator documented 12 Xterras, averaging 220,000 miles with minimal repairs. The VQ engine and 5-speed automatic proved reliable in conditions designed to destroy vehicles. The 4.0-liter VQ40 V6, making 261 horsepower, is part of Nissan's VQ engine family, the most awarded engine in automotive history. This specific version has no CVT transmission nightmares plaguing Nissan's car lineup. The 5-speed automatic and 6-speed manual are proven across Nissan's truck lineup globally. No turbocharger complexity, no CVT fragility, just proven V6 architecture that works. Body-on-frame construction withstands off-road abuse. The rear differential is proven reliable. The four-wheel drive system is mechanical and simple. No electronic complexity to fail. Tour operators report standard wear items failing, wheel bearings, ball joints, shocks, but never catastrophic powertrain failures. When something breaks, it's predictable and affordable. The design screams 2005 in the worst way. Aggressive angles, fake rugged styling, and hard plastics everywhere. Wind noise at highway speeds is absurd because aerodynamics weren't a priority. The rear seats fold up against the sides like a cargo van. The Nissan badge now carries CVT stigma, even though this doesn't have one. Current market, $6,000 to $12,000 depending on year and condition. Nobody wants them because Nissan badge automatically means unreliable to buyers who remember CVT nightmares. But this is proven truck mechanicals. But Nissan's adventure capability can't match what Toyota built in their most boring package. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. 89% of you watch without subscribing. Number 8. Toyota Highlander, 2001 to 2007. Dubai taxi operators in the United Arab Emirates documented Highlander fleets averaging 340,000 miles before retirement from taxi service. These vehicles operated in 120-degree summer heat with constant stop-and-go traffic, multiple drivers working 24-hour shifts, terrible fuel quality, and aggressive driving. The same boring SUV that soccer moms use for carpool survived brutal Middle Eastern taxi conditions for years. The 3.0-liter 1MZ-FE V6, making 220 horsepower, is related to the Camry engine family proven globally to 300,000 plus miles. The 4-speed automatic is simple without modern multi-speed complexity. Nothing is electronic to fail. These are appliances, boring, reliable transportation that works without drama. Dubai fleet managers reported Highlanders retiring from taxi service due to interior destruction and body damage, not mechanical failure. Australian airport shuttle operators documented similar results with Highlander fleets averaging 310,000 miles before retirement. The unibody construction proved durable enough for commercial duty. The V6 engine showed no oil consumption issues or timing problems, even at high mileage. Maintenance records consistently showed routine service only: oil changes, brakes, filters, alternators. This is automotive beige incarnate. The styling is so anonymous you'll forget what you're driving. Cargo space behind the third row is laughable. You can fit 2 grocery bags if you pack carefully. The dashboard layout looks like it was copied from a 1998 Camry because it basically was. Nobody will remember seeing it. Current market, $5,000 to $11,000 depending on mileage and condition. Nobody wants them because they look like minivans and have zero appeal to younger buyers. That creates value for buyers wanting 3-row Toyota reliability. But Toyota's boring reliability can't match what Chevrolet built for police forces nationwide. Number 7. Chevrolet Suburban, 2000 to 2006. Government surplus auction records from police departments nationwide show Suburbans averaging 180,000 to 220,000 miles at retirement after brutal patrol duty. Police use destroys most vehicles quickly. Hours of idling daily, aggressive pursuit driving, constant equipment weight, zero tolerance for downtime. Texas Sheriff Departments documented suburban fleets averaging 196,000 miles at retirement, not from mechanical failure, but from department policies requiring fleet replacement regardless of condition. The 5.3-liter Vortec V8, making 285 horsepower, is one of GM's most reliable modern engines. Police fleet maintenance records show these engines running to 250,000 plus miles with routine service. The 4-speed automatic is simple and proven. When something broke in police service, it was alternators, water pumps, serpentine belts, normal wear items costing hundreds, not thousands. Major powertrain failures were rare. Body-on-frame construction withstands abuse. Parts are cheap and available everywhere. Any mechanic can repair these without specialty tools. The towing capacity of 8,100 pounds makes these useful for actual work. One retired patrol supervisor described their fleet. "We retired them at department mileage limits, not because anything was broken. The turning radius requires a football field. Parking this beast in any urban environment means accepting defeat and parking far away. Cloth seats stain permanently and smell like old French fries within months. The dashboard squeaks and rattles over every bump. The exterior proportions scream police vehicle or suburban mom. Current market, $4,000 to $10,000 depending on condition and mileage. Nobody wants them because GM equals unreliable reputation scares buyers away. But government auction data proves otherwise. But Chevrolet's police-proven durability can't match what Ford built for commercial fleets. Number 6. Ford Expedition, 1997 to 2006. Chicago airport livery companies documented Expedition fleets averaging 280,000 miles before retirement from commercial service. These vehicles operated 24 hours daily with multiple drivers, constant highway miles between O'Hare Airport and downtown, minimal downtime for repairs. Commercial operators addressed known 5.4-liter issues early: spark plug replacement before 100,000 miles, timing chain tensioners at 120,000 miles preventatively. After those services, the engines proved reliable to high mileage. The 5.4-liter Triton V8, making 260 to 300 horsepower, has a documented spark plug issue where plugs break during removal, requiring expensive extraction. Timing chain tensioners wear and cause rattling or complete failure. But commercial fleet data shows once those issues are addressed preventatively, the engine runs to 300,000 plus miles. It's a simple overhead cam V8 with iron block construction proven across Ford's truck lineup. Body-on-frame construction is durable. The rear axle is proven across Ford trucks. Parts are cheap and available everywhere. Any mechanic can repair these without specialty tools. Chicago livery operators reported Expeditions retiring from commercial service due to interior wear and body damage, not mechanical failure. Engines and transmissions remain functional. Spark plugs can literally break off inside the head, requiring drilling and extraction at $200 per cylinder. Timing chain rattle sounds like a diesel engine at startup until you spend $2,000 replacing tensioners. The transmission shifts feel like they're negotiating with the engine. Third row access requires folding second row seats and climbing through like you're entering a cave. Current market, $3,000 to $8,000 depending on condition and year. Nobody wants them because Ford reputation and 5.4-liter fears scare buyers away. But livery fleet data proves these are reliable when maintained properly. But Ford's commercial reliability can't match what Honda proved in brutal taxi service. Number 5. Honda Pilot, 2003 to 2008. New York City taxi fleets documented pilots averaging 310,000 miles before retirement from cab service between 2006 2006 and 2014. These weren't gentle family vehicles. They were taxis operating 24 hours daily with multiple drivers, constant Manhattan traffic, aggressive driving, zero maintenance downtime tolerance. The same boring three-row SUV that hauled kids to soccer survived years of commercial duty that destroys most vehicles within 150,000 miles. The 3.5-liter J35 V6, making 255 horsepower, is Honda's most reliable modern engine family. It powers Odyssey minivans to 300,000 miles routinely. It powers Accord sedans and Ridgeline trucks globally without issues. This engine is overbuilt, understressed, and proven across millions of vehicles worldwide. No timing chain problems, no oil consumption issues, just reliability that works in conditions designed to break vehicles quickly. NYC taxi operators reported pilots retiring from service, not from mechanical failure, but from interior destruction and body damage. Maintenance records consistently showed oil changes every 5,000 miles, transmission fluid changes every 30,000 miles, timing belt replacement at 105,000 miles, and routine wear items. No engine rebuilds. The 5-speed automatic and all-wheel drive system proved reliable in harsh conditions. The first-generation design looks like Honda asked an accountant to design an SUV using only straight lines. Second-row captain's chairs are comfortable, but third-row passengers need to be small children or yoga instructors. The optional navigation system uses a screen smaller than most smartphones with graphics from 1998. It's practical transportation, nothing more. Current market, $5,000 to $10,000, depending on mileage and condition. Nobody wants them because they're boring and appeal only to practical buyers. That creates value for buyers wanting Honda reliability. But Honda's taxi-proven reliability can't match what Toyota built for 500,000-mile capability. Check that commercial data on screen. Pilot proven to 310,000 miles in brutal NYC taxi conditions. Number 4, Toyota Sequoia, 2001 to 2007. West Texas oilfield companies documented Sequoia fleets averaging 340,000 miles before retirement from commercial service. These vehicles operated in conditions that destroy most SUVs within months: extreme heat exceeding 110 degrees, terrible dirt roads, constant dust, minimal maintenance facilities, aggressive use by rotating workers. Oilfield fleet managers reported Sequoias retiring from service due to body damage and interior destruction, not mechanical failure. The 4.7-liter 2 UZF EV8, making 240 to 282 horsepower, is the same engine powering Land Cruisers globally to 500,000 plus miles. It's overbuilt for reliability, understressed at this power level, and proven in the harshest conditions worldwide. No timing belt. It has a chain that lasts the engine's lifetime. No oil consumption issues. No head gasket failures. Just reliability proven in commercial duty. The 5-speed automatic is proven across Toyota's global truck lineup. Body-on-frame construction withstands abuse. The rear axle is the same used in Tundra trucks documented to 300,000 plus miles. Any mechanic can repair these without specialty tools. Texas oilfield operators reported standard wear items failing: alternators, starters, suspension components, but never catastrophic powertrain problems. This thing is absolutely massive in every dimension. Parking requires strategic planning and accepting you'll take 2 spaces. The turning radius feels like you're piloting an oil tanker. Second row legroom is generous, but third row passengers sit so low their knees are near their ears. The exterior design aged poorly and now looks like a generic rental fleet vehicle. Current market, $6,000 to $12,000 depending on mileage and condition. Nobody wants them because they're giant, thirsty trucks that cost fortune to fuel. That creates value for buyers wanting full-size Toyota reliability. But Toyota's American reliability can't match what Nissan built for United Nations procurement. Number 3, Nissan Patrol, 2004 to 2010. United Nations vehicle procurement specifications reveal requirements for vehicles operating in hostile territories must survive 130-degree heat, poor fuel quality, 500 miles between service facilities, untrained drivers, and continue functioning after taking small arms fire. 2 vehicles consistently meet UN specifications globally: the Toyota Land Cruiser and the Nissan Patrol. UN peacekeeping missions deploy thousands of patrols to war zones worldwide. Dubai taxi operators documented patrol fleets averaging 420,000 miles before retirement from commercial service. These operated in 130-degree summer heat with constant traffic, multiple drivers working 24-hour shifts, terrible fuel quality, and aggressive driving. Middle Eastern taxi fleet managers reported patrols retiring from service due to body damage and interior destruction, not mechanical failure. Engines and transmissions remained functional at retirement. The 5.6-liter VK56 V8, making 315 horsepower, is overbuilt for extreme reliability. It's proven globally in conditions where breakdowns mean death. No timing belt, chain lasts the engine's lifetime. No oil consumption issues. The 5-speed automatic is simple and proven. Australian mining companies documented patrol fleets averaging 380,000 miles in brutal outback conditions alongside Land Cruisers. In America, it was sold as the Infiniti QX56, which means absolutely nothing to buyers under 40. The Infiniti brand is collapsing, so finding dealers who stock parts is increasingly difficult. Fuel consumption rivals small aircraft. Expect single-digit city mileage. The 5-speed automatic feels ancient because it is. The sheer size makes this impractical for anything except wide-open spaces. Current market, $7,000 to $15,000 depending on year and condition. Nobody wants them because Infiniti brand is dying and Nissan reputation is destroyed in America from CVT failures. But UN specifications prove reliability. But even UN-proven patrol reliability can't match what Toyota built as the legendary 4Runner. Number 2, Toyota 4Runner, 2003 to 2009. African safari companies operating in Kenya documented 4Runner fleets averaging 380,000 miles before retirement from commercial service. These vehicles operated in conditions that destroy most SUVs within a year. Extreme heat, terrible roads, corrosive dust, poor fuel quality, 300-plus miles between service facilities. Breakdowns in the African bush aren't inconvenient, they're life-threatening. Safari operators reported 4Runners retiring from service due to frame damage from harsh roads, not mechanical failure. The 4.7-liter 2UZF EV8, making 235 to 270 horsepower, is the same engine powering Land Cruisers to 500,000-plus miles globally. It's overbuilt for extreme reliability and proven in war zones and commercial use worldwide. No timing belt, chain lasts forever. No oil consumption, no head gaskets. Just reliability that works when your life depends on it. Body-on-frame construction withstands abuse that destroys unibody crossovers. Australian Outback Tour operators documented similar results with 4Runner fleets averaging 360,000 miles in brutal conditions. Kenyan safari companies and Australian tour operators independently reported the same conclusion. Only Land Cruiser matches 4Runner reliability in extreme conditions. The 4-wheel drive system is mechanical and simple. Parts availability is excellent globally. Any mechanic anywhere can repair these. The ride on pavement feels like you're sitting on a park bench bolted to a truck frame. Wind noise at highway speeds requires raising your voice to have conversations. The V8 sounds great, but drinks fuel like it's going out of style. Dashboard design looks 15 years older than it actually is. The third-row seat is a cruel joke, only suitable for children or people you don't like. Current market, $8,000 to $18,000 depending on year and condition. Nobody wants them because they're outdated, rough-riding, thirsty dinosaurs that lack modern technology and comfort. But Kenyan safari documentation proves reliability. But even legendary 4Runner reliability can't match the single most proven SUV in human history. Number 1, Toyota Land Cruiser 100 Series, 1998 to 2007. Between 2014 and 2017, ISIS militants captured over 800 Toyota Land Cruisers from Iraqi sources. Intelligence analysts documented deliberate targeting of Land Cruisers because modern military vehicles failed in desert conditions, while decades-old Toyotas kept running. This wasn't random vehicle theft. It was strategic acquisition of the only SUVs proven to survive war zone conditions where breakdowns mean death. United Nations procurement documents list Land Cruiser as standard equipment for peacekeeping operations in hostile territories worldwide. Australian mining companies documented Land Cruiser fleets averaging 480,000 miles before retirement. These operated in 130-degree heat on corrugated dirt roads, hauling equipment 24 hours daily with multiple drivers, minimal maintenance facilities, and brutal abuse that destroys everything else within months. The 4.7-liter 2UZF EV8, making 235 horsepower, is overbuilt and understressed. No timing belt, chain lasts forever, no oil consumption, no head gasket failures. Full-time 4-wheel drive is mechanical and simple, Dubai taxi operators documented Land Cruiser fleets averaging 580,000 miles before retirement. Engines and transmissions remained functional when bodies were destroyed. The dashboard looks like Toyota stopped updating it in 1995. Seats are flat and firm, durable forever, but comfortable for nobody. Technology features include a CD player and manual climate control. That's it. The ride is punishing on anything except smooth pavement. Fuel economy is abysmal. Watching the gas gauge drop becomes entertainment on long trips. It's massive outside, cramped inside. Current market, $8,000 to $25,000 depending on year and condition. Nobody wants them because they're outdated, thirsty dinosaurs lacking modern comfort. But ISIS captures UN procurement, mining fleets averaging 480,000 miles prove ultimate reliability. You came here wondering which old SUVs outlast new ones. Now you know. Land Cruisers proven to 500,000 plus miles in war zones, 4Runners surviving African safaris to 380,000 miles, Patrols trusted by the UN to 420,000 miles, Sequoias working Texas oil fields to 340,000 miles, and pilots running NYC taxis to 310,000 miles. But tomorrow's video exposes the 11 new SUVs failing catastrophically at 60,000 miles, the ones buyers regret financing. Hit subscribe. 91% watch without subscribing. Fix that now. Which shocked you? Comment below. Thanks for watching. See you in next video.